Yeah, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Spawning in the upper left-hand portion, here on Altazim Stronghold in the green trunks, it is going to be OD's IMcuddlebear. And spawning in the lower right-hand corner in the blue trunks, taking a very, very nice mechly played game last game, it is going to be GJLac, MyDarling. So, very, very long game last game. Hopefully we can cross our fingers and maybe not see a lot more mech coming out of here. That would be my preference, considering mech games sometimes can be epically long. So yeah, so TVT. Now, Altazim Stronghold I find it as an interesting choice because it is a bigger map, which I feel is a mech play. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not both players will end up going with that style. Granted, mech can also be kind of a little bit of a problem on this map as well, just because it takes so freaking long for your entire units to get across the field. Now, granted, I did see a really interesting game on last week's Thunderdog Esports cast, which was really kind of a cool. Basically, he built a whole bunch of... a Terran player built a whole bunch of medevacs and used the medevacs as kind of like the legs for his mech army. It was really, really innovative, very cool play to see come out of him. So I don't remember who exactly used that strategy, but it was definitely a very epic game. Feel free if you guys want to check out that game. I'm sure they uploaded it to the YouTube channel, the Thunderdog Esports YouTube channel, so feel free to go back and check that out if you are interested. Anyways, we have got some wonderful Terrans going at it, and it does look like, given the two racks so far, I'm going to say that IMcuddlebear is going to be going for very non-mech focused What got cancelled? I don't know what got cancelled, but I heard the explosion. So, does look like things are going to be looking really good so far. Not sure. Maybe it was like a depot or something. I don't know. Anyways, so going to be seeing lots of Reapers coming out so far. Going to get a lot of scouting done. IMcuddlebear is going to say, nope, don't see my opponent here. And actually, both of them will scout each other approximately at the same time. Unfortunately, looks like IMcuddlebear might be running into a little bit of a problem. Actually, I don't know who will get the first kill. That is the question. So, IMcuddlebear is going to poo. Will it be the first kill? First blood! And first blood is drawn. Now, I've been playing around. I got this really cool, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's just, I've got like an audio... For those of you who watch Jim Cramer and have ever seen his dashboard, it is the most hilarious thing ever, and I've like got something similar set up, so I hope you guys, some new production things that I'm starting to add. I'd love to give your guys' thoughts on it. But anyway, so Reaper's going to be coming in here. First blood is drawn, and looks like IMcuddlebear is going to come in here, take a look-see, pretty much get an idea that, hey, I see my opponent's going for a pretty quick factory. Nice little micro coming out here, not quite losing any units so far, and obviously those combat drugs will increase the health a little bit at a time, so all good. So he'll go back in, get some more damage, and we'll have to see whether or not he can pick off this SCV before it... Come on, do it! There we go. Yeah, delay that supply depot. Go for it. So, behind this, looks like IMcuddlebear is going to be going ahead, getting his expansion down, and looks like we got some more racks on the way. So definitely going to be getting into... gotta be careful. Might be able to pick... Okay, gonna go ahead and get a cancel on the supply depot and the react... Okay, so he's gonna go ahead and put the reactor on the factory, start to get Hellion production. I think it's a good point, good idea at this point. Gonna be, since he knows his opponent's definitely gonna be going for something a little bit more on the wonky side. SCV getting killed again. Definitely needs to be careful about that supply depot though. Obviously, that's delaying. It's not really delaying MyDarling from getting up his production. It's just obviously he wants this done so he can have his wall off and be good with himself. So, anyways, looks like things are shipping up, shaping out. Got a third command designer actually coming out for IMcuddlebear, so he's definitely focusing on the macro game and getting things moving in that direction. We do have his first eBay as well as his factory down, which is pretty typical. And then Reapers are actually going to come in here and get some, I don't know why he's focusing on, yeah, focus the SCVs, man. SCVs are more valuable. But yeah, 4 Reapers getting a lot of damage done. Going to try and gum up here. Fair amount of damage from these Hellions going down. One of them will get taken down. So a mildly decent trade, but obviously 4 Reapers worth of gas. You know, you can argue how that trade went. Overall, though, a lot of scouting information and good intel that way as well. Pretty much sees everything that's going on. He does see the tech lab is researching, so he should be expecting something coming out his way, as his missile turrets are already out on the field. So all is well. So Hellions. Oh, did he not realize that his opponent was up there already? Awesome. Oh yeah, because the Reaper took out his scouting SCV. So. Yeah, definitely knows that his opponent is cross position, and Hellions could potentially get up in here relatively quick. We do have a missile turret going down. Oh, yep, he will indeed get in. So missile turret is not quite built. It's actually going to go ahead and get taken out. Some nice positioning on these Hellions, taking a lot of Marines out, and quite honestly, that could put him in a really, really good position, waiting for the reinforcements to come out. And it looks like things are in a really good position. Tank getting caught out of position as well. And with all these Marines here, there's not really a whole lot that can happen. Tank trying to get into a decent enough position, but with this Hellion and these Marines, I think MyDarling's just put himself into a really nicely timed attack, and might even get the cancel on Stim as well. That would be huge. And there goes Stim and kind of the hopes and dreams of IMcuddlebear, as things are looking pretty rough with him. Oh, even the Reaper gets away. Oh, very, very, very big bummer for him. So another supply depot will go down, minimizing. Oh, wow. Even combat shield. That would be also very huge. But a couple Reapers getting down into the natural. Going to get a fair amount of... switching over to Hellbat mode. Getting a fair amount done there. Now the Banshee did get cleaned up, but I mean overall very, very well executed little timing there. Okay, so apparently MyDarling is a female, and I'm supposed to make comment of that. Awesome chicks playing StarCraft. It's pretty epic. Anyways, so MyDarling definitely getting... I've probably been saying he the entire cast. That's probably my problem. Anyways, MyDarling doing a really good job. She's definitely putting up her own, making a name for herself, per se. So, so lots of production coming out. Third base coming out for her as well. And yeah, things are overall very much in her favor, I would say, at this point. So, we will have to see whether or not... I don't know, what does IMcuddlebear, what's his response? I mean, at this point, his production is halfway decent. Still doesn't really have a whole lot to deal with. Okay. Trying to take out the tank. Banshee just barely get out of there. A couple Hellions biting the dust. And, yeah. So it looks like we're going to be in for the long haul, as things are starting to kind of ship up into that late game TVT, as we do have lots more factories on the way. Double armory going at it, but only one upgrade so far. Now Stim is getting researched, and we'll be finishing up here relatively soon. And it does look like IMcuddlebear is going to be going ahead and taking his third base, getting things rocking and ready to go. So, how will this all turn out? That is the question. Things are definitely looking in MyDarling's favor.
But obviously, still opportunities as... Wow, lots of missile turrets back here. Not letting any drops going down. So, is this going to be very similar to the last game? I think so. Unfortunately. Scan going off. Yeah, IMcuddlebear's like, yep, that's kind of a problem. Opponent's already on her third base. Things are looking pretty good for her. Granted, he is on 3-base production as well. Or I take that back. 3-base economy, not 3-base production. I feel like missing a couple barracks, maybe a factory or a second starport would be nice. So, lots more supply depots being built, and now becomes the passive TVT. So, for those in chat, I would love to know your guys' thoughts as far as who you think is going to take this game and where this is going to go from here. Because obviously, now that both players are kind of in that really passive, turtley Terran mode, it's just going to basically boil down to a maxed out Terran versus Terran, which could potentially end in utter horror for one player versus the other. Actually, most likely will. Now we do have a double drop coming around here to the side. Actually 2 drops. So it does look like IMcuddlebear is going to try and do a little bit of 2-pronged attacking. SCVs coming around. Another scan going down. Or no, that's the sensor tower. What am I talking about? So yeah, as far as vision, I would say that IMcuddlebear's probably got a pretty good idea that he's up against a meching player, but as another scan goes down, not sure where. There it is. So yeah. So MyDarling, wow. Her supply is just skyrocketing. She's been on 3 bases for way too long, a lot longer than her opponent, and her production is just pretty epic. Double drop coming in here, trying to get as much damage done as possible. Marines being dropped left and right, trying to get a lot of damage done, but since they're kind of spread out, they're not really getting the damage that they want. And both of those will get cleaned up, and even the drop in the main, or in the natural. Actually, the drop in the natural did a fair amount of damage. A lot of the SCVs were killed. And taking a look at the workers killed, it does look like IMcuddlebear, 26 SCVs total. And actually, he's going to go ahead and go for the ninja base. Kind of a dragon technique, but we'll have to see whether or not that gives him the bang for a buck that he needs. So definitely a nice little 2-pronged drop. Obviously, a lot was invested in that. Let's see, resources. Good for the loss tab. There it is. Yeah, overall, he lost a little bit more than his opponent, but I feel like MyDarling, all she needs to do is like move out and win. APM, pretty decent APMs coming up. Yep, and there we go. As MyDarling's gonna go ahead and yeah, people in chat thinking MyDarling's gonna win this, and I would have to agree. This is a pretty scary army coming across the field. Not really a whole lot that IMcuddlebear has as far as anti-air, and just with the sheer number of tanks that are here, it's going to be an unbreakable force that's really going to be difficult for IMcuddlebear to actually get into. Lots of scans going down here, trying to get decent enough positioning. They're not going to just waltz right by. So very nice surface area. First siege up is going to go for IMcuddlebear. Cuddlebear trying to get in here, get enough damage done. But yeah, that tank line just absolutely obliterating everything. Tanks will fall, and with that, I gotta say, IMcuddlebear is probably going to be GGing at this point. SCV's getting pulled for no apparent reason, and yeah. That was very kind of anticlimactic. Lots of damage going down, and yeah, SCV is running into full tank line. Not a whole lot that's going to be going down here. So yeah, looks like MyDarling's going to be taking game number 2. I know I'm kind of calling it early, but
at this point, with a 120 supply deficit, it's kind of he's building a barracks. He's like, I'm gonna survive. So SCV is trying to get away, but only going to indicate that, hey, there's a base over here. So yeah, at this point, MyDarling's just gonna probably posture with some tanks to minimize anything from coming down the ramp, and then go take out this fourth, or I guess now third. But ooh, a couple tanks getting into a decent enough position with that scan. I'm gonna say things are looking pretty darn good here for MyDarling. Stim coming out for the Marines. Marines coming in here, getting a lot of damage done, and it looks like this could potentially be the end of this game relatively quickly here. Tanks getting so much damage done. Supply just dropping for IMcuddlebear. And yeah, this is Manor Mules going down, doing their thing, because why not? GG, well played is called, and game number 2 is called. GG is there, and game number 3 will be coming out hopefully relatively quick. We'll go to a quick break. I'll turn up the music. That would be double kill. Double kill. 2 kills in a row, and yeah. So game number 3 will be starting here, hopefully relatively quickly, and so stay tuned.